PUBG Mobile has banned tablet use from the upcoming $2 million prize pool tournament, and I couldn't agree more. Advantage-wise, every person who has picked up and used a tablet has essentially done so for the same reason, and that reason alone should be the end of the discussion. But it's not, so I will elaborate. If you were to play I Spy, would it be on a tablet or a phone? When someone decides to use a tablet over a phone, they do so for the advantage of being able to see and interact with a mobile application easier. This holds true for movie viewing and online work. The main reason for this is the bigger screen, which makes images bigger and allows for more room when interacting with the device. I love to draw, so I got a Note 2 a few years after it came out. During that time, my school came out with a tablet rollout for all students to use for classes. I like to draw on my phone, but it was a chore. Drawing on a tablet was immensely easier and more seamless. When applied to gaming, it gives a massive advantage as the average tablet is 4 to 6 times bigger. In terms of control, you can grip onto the device better, not to mention the device does not get as hot and your hands sweat less. Mobility, you can move throughout the game easier, have better dexterity, and overall just be able to grip it. Power, the game runs smoother because the device is bigger and more hardware can fit inside, but that's really not too much of a problem because that discrepancy is with all phones as well. Battery life, the device lasts for longer, so you don't have to worry about your battery running out. This also makes you a better player faster because you can play for longer periods of time and have less breaks, meaning you gain more skill. Last but not least, view, which I feel is the most important. You can see more. An enemy on a tablet is 4 to 6 times bigger than that of a phone, and you can see easier and not strain your eyes. You also have further view left and right or up and down depending on how the tablet is, the dimensions of the tablet. Lastly, you don't have to worry about fingers getting in the way. The very first or second video on my channel is of me playing Agaria Mobile, and I'm playing on an old Samsung tablet. When I get to a certain size in the game, my tablet could not handle it and the game would glitch out and shake to the point that sometimes I didn't know what was going on. But this was still easier than playing on my phone where I could barely see the game because my fingers were in the way. Not to mention, you got a huge advantage if you were on a tablet because you can see more enemies. These are just a few major reasons that I can come up with from the top of my head, but there are plenty more. A tablet is the equivalent of playing with a controller compared to using a phone. Is a tablet even a mobile device? The game is called PUBG Mobile. A tablet is marketed as a mobile device, but no, it essentially is not. Here are a couple of scenarios that will further prove my point. The average person would not check Facebook or play a mobile game while waiting for their date to arrive on a tablet. Most would do so on their phone, not to mention the fact that there will be no convenient way to store it or put it away. It's not like they're going to be wearing a book bag with a suit on a date. A parent would not capture their child's first words or steps on a tablet. Why? Because it's not convenient. It's not on them. It's not easily accessible. It's not mobile enough. Apple has reported that the majority of their tablet use comes from people when they're at home. A tablet is more mobile than a desktop, but it's not a mobile device. By that logic, a small laptop is a mobile device, considering some users play on 12-inch tablets. You knew. If you're mad at Tencent, it was not like you didn't know. You chose to use a tablet because it gives you an advantage. And there are also the fact that they didn't allow tablets in the finals of the Star Tournament. Business-wise, allowing tablets would hurt Tencent as not everyone can afford a tablet and most people play on their phones. In conclusion, deep down, you knew it gave you an advantage that you didn't have to work for, excluding learning the tablet controls. It's the same as using hardware triggers or key mapping. But I'm always ready and willing to hear your side of the story, so if you disagree, let me know in the comments and we can have a discussion. I want to know your thoughts. If you agree, then hit that like button and consider subscribing as well as hitting the bell button to be notified when I post or go live. That's all for now, so adios.
No.